Hey guys, Clumsy here. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining on this weird scheduled stream again. Yeah, it's going to be pretty weird in the coming weeks as we adjust and as we find that sweet spot. But thank you for joining me. Good morning, Jay. As always, the ever first. The real first. Ada, glad you made it. Hey, Alex. Fancy seeing you here. I was lurking a while ago in Jack's stream, keeping him in the background while I was fixing stuff. How's everybody doing? Double engine failure today, stepping it up. TikTok adverts. Do you have those things? I don't think I've seen one, at least not in quite a while. But then again, I don't watch TV anymore, so the only chance I'll see that is in YouTube. The game that Jack played first person? Might not be for me. Might not get to hit things too much. Anyway, we have... so we're planning to do a smoother flight today, but we'll see. I bought something new. I got tempted again. It's all within the budget, so that's fine. But yeah, X-Plane is really draining my Clumsy funds. So I bought something new. It's called Active Sky XP. You should see it. There you go. And it's basically more advanced weather as compared to the default ones. And it comes with built-in ATIS, and the conditions are available for all the places. Because in the Philippines, some of the airports don't have weather, and I don't know why. Maybe X-Plane is using a different source. But for some reason, Active Sky has it for everything. So this is much more complete. If you're in the US, then probably it's not as important. But if you're in the outskirts, basically, then it makes a lot of sense. Like I was landing a few days ago in Legazpi Airport, and there was no weather, absolutely nothing. Couldn't even see what the QNH was. So I had to work on some things on my own. But now we don't need to, and now we can listen to ATIS when we are flying, so it's much more realistic. Just hit things in real life. That's true. Hey Ivan, sorry, forgot to greet you. How are you doing? Done playing ETS2. How is 1.35? How are your mods working out? About your riding lesson, the horse riding, how did it go? Do tell, as long as it's family friendly. So we'll check it out today. The cool stuff here is you can actually look at some of the airports, like in Manila, Ninoy Aquino International Airport. That's the weather. You can also change the weather to live weather, historical. If there's like a famous storm where you want to try out how the plane works in that weather, so you can go to that date or switch to something completely custom. But for me, live is perfectly fine. Yeah. So here is, for example, Legazpi, Romeo Papa Lima Papa. That's the one. So it has winds, it has clouds and everything. So perfect. So we have a fighting chance at least. Yeah, so that is then integrated with X-Plane. So there's a plugin connected to X-Plane. And so we get the clouds like what you see here in a much more realistic context. It also comes with some textures of its own to make the clouds a bit prettier. But that is not the main focus of the mod. The main focus of the mod is realistic weather. The appearance is just a bonus for now. Hopefully in the future they improve that as well, because they do have Active Sky is available from what I heard in P3D and in FSX, I think. And in those sims, Active Sky is like the number one all-around weather thing, both in visuals and the realism. In X-Plane, they're just beginning, and they're waiting for some updates from X-Plane, from Laminar, the developers. So for now, they are focusing on the weather realism, not yet on the visuals so much. Anyway, enough of the background. So today we are starting in Naiya. We are in Manila now. I made it. If you remembered from last stream, we didn't make it because one of our engines gave out. Now we should be able to... Now we're starting in Manila. We're going to make our way to Legazpi, where Mount Mayon is. I've shared a picture of Mount Mayon in Discord. I downloaded some ortho photos. It looks nicer here in sim. And then maybe we can do 2 flights, I don't know, depending on the time we have. Right, so let's see. We pushed back to 1.34 for Truckers MP. Makes a lot of sense. I see. You saw Iceland Air for a bit. What do you mean you saw? A lot more clouds today. Nice, I like it. Okay, so it is now in sim. It is now, well, it's 8:12 right now, but in sim it's a different time. It should be, let me see. Well, everything is still closed and super dark. Literally cold and dark. So let's do it. Let's look for a flight. Also, I changed a bit the display. As you might notice, I'm using a display capture now. No more automatic scene switcher if you're familiar with OBS. I'm just showing my monitor because it's much easier with all the windows that are flying around in X-Plane. All the third-party apps, it's so hard to program each of them with their own quirks and stuff. So just display the entire monitor, we're done. It's not as performance efficient, but I think it does the job pretty well given the circumstances. Anyway, this is what we're doing. Clumsy 003 flight Clumsy 003 from Ninoy Aquino to Legazpi. That's the guy. Okay, so let's pick the 737. Let's pick airline. And we should have, yeah, that's the one. And then we plug that into SimBrief. Your instructor said you're ready to start learning to canter. What is canter? Is that like there are like different levels, right? Walk, how do you term it even? Like gallop, canter is one of them. So canter is like the, I guess, the slow walk. 0003 departing Romeo Papa Lima Lima. Papa Lima Papa. Is that the right one? I think it is. I hope so. Yeah, that's the one. There you go. 738. Sure thing, enjoy. Well, they said hashtag or exclamation point lurk, so maybe he's still there. Who knows? Okay. Departing runway 6, arriving runway 6. That looks good. Timo to Romeo. Arrival Raga 1 Echo. Let's have a look at Sky Vector. Now, Sky Vector is not able to display that in full. It doesn't capture all the SIDS and stars because we're in the Philippines. And Sky Vector is mainly focused in the US. So it doesn't have visibility on all the charts. But that's fine. We're going to trust that SimBrief does because it's connected to my Navigraph subscription. So that should be fine. Now what we need to do is align the number of people. So this would be 184. It's not that consistent. It has to be 189. So just add a few kilos maybe. So instead of 1.7 tons, we maybe put in 2 tons here to make up for the lack of passengers possible here in this planning. Alright. That looks good. Let's generate that one. Heard they released the Washington DLC trailer. Yes. Yeah. He galloped away. Badumts. That's the hope. That's the hope, even. I've been waiting for the email. I should get something. Hopefully. But, we'll see. We'll see how it works. But I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, so let's get the PDF. Let us download it. Save that to the charts. There you go. And that should be okay now, I think. Right? Should be. Okay. Alright, so let's go to SimBuddy. Let's go and check what is the total fuel burn. What I like to use is the fuel burn for the trip, which is this one. 1968 kilos. Which will take us 41 minutes. 41 minutes. Then we don't need to plug in the route because that doesn't have any effect. That's only FYI for those people who are looking at the map in SimBuddy. Flight level 250 is our altitude, 25,000 feet. And that should be good to go right there. Yeah. Alright, let's accept that route. And now I can load up SimBuddy. SimBuddy. Hey Tom, glad you joined. How are you? So that's SimBuddy. Let's log in.
SimBuddy is connected.
There you go. So now we can launch the in-flight tool and minimize that. So it should capture soon the accepted flight that we did. There you go. That's been synced. And now we have to fill out a couple of stuff as well, the third-party tools. Let me move that outside for a sec. Maybe I move that here for now. So let's see. This is the thing that you see on the lower part of the screen. So that I need to fill out the departure and arrival ICAO, so we can see the progress in the ETA on the stream. And then show ETA. Let's just blank that out. I don't think I need a call sign. Just okay that. There you go. So now you should see something on the lower part of your screen, right? That should have been updated. Good. That's DTG distance to go. And then we also need to fill out lots of tools. Active sky. We need to fill out the flight plan here, because this will help us with the ATIS, with the weather protection, stuff like that. So we also fill this out. I put that wrong. It should be Romeo Papa Lima Lima. And then we want where is it? Click here to alternatively parse flight plan string. Enter altitude first. Okay. So I guess it says 25,000 if that's how it works. And then if I go to SimBrief, well, SimBrief, yeah. Plug that in. Not sure, does that work? I haven't tried this before. You can manually fill it out, but maybe we won't need to. Okay, no? Okay, so maybe 25,000 and then I fill out the entire thing. Maybe that one works. Does that work? Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, there we go. That one works. Okay. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay, that works. Perfect. Okay, so now that's filled. We can actually look at the briefing as well. And there's like the different weather briefings.
Standard weather briefing for Romeo Papa Lima Lima 2 Romeo Papa Lima Papa, no segments.
Something like that. The guy, is that guy German? People found hidden roads that are halfway. Yeah. Yes, I completely understand, Tom. And no problem. No pressure for you to watch. I will for sure try to stream it, but then again, if I cannot make a video that's spoiler free, right? I'm hoping I can stream Jay, but it depends when they give me the key. But I'm hoping that it works. Alright, there you go. That is all set. So now we should be able to finally go back. Oh, look at that. There's actually some sun now. Beautiful. Nice. Actually looks good, huh? I also tweaked the cloud settings a bit so the clouds are fuller at the expense of a bit of performance, but shouldn't be that bad. Should be good enough for simulation. Right? So now what we can do, let's get back here. Let's align the fuel weight and balance. Let me go and get the charts. should be this one, right? LL and then LP. Yeah, that's the one. Hopefully I got the right one this time. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so page 3 would be the weights. That's the one we want. Payload is 20.8 and the fuel is 6.0. Oops, keyboard acting up again. Mouse rather. Double clicking again sometimes. I might have to replace this soon. Actually, it got fixed on its own, but then again now it's coming back. Looking good. All right. What is that? You can actually hide the tablet? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, nice. Alright, so takeoff weight is 68.2 in the flight plan 68.3. That's close enough. We are good to go there. Alright, good. So now let's start the plane. I did modify the checklists a bit so it's more streamlined. No more fire emergency, fire tests and stuff like that. Just not practical, not realistic, fully realistic, but practical. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Close the guard. Guard power. Ground power on. Wheel well lights. Oh, it's double clicking again. Dang it. 1 second. I'll get back to you guys in a bit, okay? Give me a few seconds. Just putting in the panel light so we have good visibility. Nothing new to see. Oh, because you saw it already in videos. Yeah, some people don't like to see the videos. They want to see for themselves, and I completely understand. So no pressure. No need to join the stream if you don't want any spoilers. Lights to steady. No, wrong. There you go. Let's get hydraulics on. Emergency exit lights. Fasten seatbelts and attend. Good. That looks good. Mic selector here. IRS align. Set it up with the display like so. And test LE devices. Alright, let me get back to chat in a bit. Right now actually. They already said before the weekend the keys will be sent out to all the media and partners. Yes, but before the weekend is not so good for me. I mean, hopefully it's by today, because if it's not, then I won't stream it. The weekend I cannot stream, but it's going to be good for Squirrel, so I can imagine they would release it after the stream, because that's how they usually do it. I won't be surprised, but I'm really hoping it's earlier. So we'll see. Entered my cooking sim contest. Good luck. Nice. Yeah, follow on Twitch. Yeah. If you become a sub, you get 5 points in addition. But you'll have to sub. Console. Yes, that's the console. There's a tutorial for it. You can enter it in Google, ETS2 console or show console. And the first link should be the guide, how to get there. Alright, so next up's entering local QNH. Now this is where it becomes cool, and it might be a bit loud because I haven't tweaked the volume yet. But if you have active Sky XP, you can tune in to frequency 122.0, 122.0, and if you make that active, you'll hear an ATIS voice wherever you are, and it gets the nearest weather station. So let's try that.
Romeo, Papa, Lima, Lima, airport information, Golf 2300, Zulu, weather, wind 103 at 6, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 2,400, temperature 29er, dew point 25, QNH 1011, advise on initial contact that you have information, Golf.
Golf, okay, good. 1011, and then the temperature is consistent, 29
Romeo,
degrees Celsius. Okay, you stop, thank you. So 1011 it is. good. Also set that here. And we set the minimums to be 1,000 feet above. So that should be around 1,090 maybe. Something like that. Takeoff config, there should be a horn sound. And we check the GWPS. Is that the right term?
Wind shear, terrain, pull up, obstacle.
Yeah, no worries, Alex. Thanks for sharing.
Pull up.
Yeah, a bit delayed with reading the chat because of all the things that need to be taken care of. Sorry about that. Right. Squirrel is away for 2 weeks. Oh, okay. So he won't be in during the release? Oh man, okay. So hopefully they release it soon so I can show it. I'll be the sub. There you go. Set that up. Location is set. Let's go with the route. Lima Lima. Going to Lima Papa. And it's Clumsy 0003. How many zeros can you get? Okay, departing runway 6. Let's have a look at the routing. Timon to Romeo. Timon to Romeo. No transition. There you go. Direct to... No, actually joining Whiskey 15 to Ragay. And then on to the arrival. Runway Arnav 06. Oh, I can remember what that was. Ragay 1 Echo. Lahar Lipot or something. One sec, guys. One sec. Yeah, look at that. That's case in point. No weather information available. No QNH, no winds, no nothing. So that's one of the sample airports that has nothing here in the default X-plane. Okay. Let's get the approach to Arnav 6. And then we'll be coming from the northwest. We'll be traveling southeast. So Lipot seems to be the perfect initial approach fix. And we'll check that in the route later. Okay. That was fast. Attending Flight SimCon. Is it this week? Nice. Amazing. I'll be watching out for his vid. First, nailed it, Scotsman. Were you able to download the 1.35 client for Logit? Jeff went to Flight Sim 2. Okay. I see. Know someone else who's going to do that who lives in Orlando. Ooh, good. Nice. Okay, hope it works because I haven't really tested it yet. So let us know if it works. Well, we'll see in the deliveries channel. Okay, that looks good. So let's have a look at the routing here. Yeah, that looks good indeed. No discontinuation. We'll double check later the route. That it looks right on the map. Okay, so we are on to the activation of the route. There you go. Perf init. 0 fuel weight. That's a bit weird. The 0 fuel weight doesn't get detected sometimes. Average wind. Yeah, I tweaked the checklist so it works well with what I have in mind. Like what I've grown accustomed to using. Lima Papa, right? That's the one. What was I looking at? Of course, average wind. Okay, I'll take care of it. Yeah, reserves. A little bit of addition. 3.1. Let me know if my addition is wrong. I basically added the alternate and the FinRes. 3.1. Cost index is 2.6. Cruising altitude is 250. And then top of climb winds are 067 at, look at that, 5 knots, 25,000 feet above. How cool is that? Minimal winds. I don't think I even need to put this in. 067 at 5 knots, but look at how hot it is. 18 degrees above the ISA. Wowzers. Negative 15, 25,000 feet above. And transition altitude is different from the US. It's 11,000 only. Good. Alright, average wind is good. Let's put in the fixes. Well, the fix is in runway 06. Let's get that into the scratch pad. Copy paste. And then let's do the estimate. 25,000 feet times 3 is 75. That's more or less where the top of descent will be. Rough estimate. Right. And then 10 miles and 5 miles. So these are just markers. Good. There you go. So believe it or not, that's actually faster than the usual stuff that we do. I know, still taking a long time, and I cannot focus on chat in the meantime. Sorry about that, but I'll get back to you. I'll catch up. There we go. And then we can start the service cruise. Trot is like a bit like a jog. Canter is a slow run. Ah, galloping is the sprint. Okay, galloping is the fastest one. Okay, welcome back. Yes, Scotsman will be the guinea pig. Yaw damper on. Fuel pumps on. Only left and right, center has nothing in there, so we don't need to do that. Okay, good. What else? Everything looks good here. Should be the window heat, I believe. This is good here. Trim air. Adjust the air conditioning. Circulating packs. And flight level 250. Now what is the landing altitude in here? 64 feet. Let's go and put in 100 just to be on the safe side. Good. Wheel well light off. Flight directors on. 25 degrees bank angle. Altitude, let's set that to 11,100. Actually, you know what? Let's check it properly. Lima. Hey, AP, glad you made it. Glad there's electricity. How are you, man? We are flying from Manila to Legazpi. We are in the Philippines. All 737s have problems with the wings. What do you mean? I haven't heard about that one. The 737-800 is perfectly fine. Should be. It's been flying for lots of years now. I don't know the exact number. So we go and check the... Oh, what was it? Rag 1. Do you guys remember? I'll have to go and check the flight plan. So I always forget. Timon 2 Romeo. Timon 2 Romeo. Did I pick the wrong one? Departure. Timon 2. No, that's not one. Timon 2 Romeo. That's the one. Okay, good. Timon 2 Romeo is saying that we actually need to, and I'll tune that as well. Joe Malig 116.7 VOR, so we have a bit of backup guidance. 116.7, that's the one. Just make that active, and we should see that on this display soon. Well, as we go. And then courses to SID VOR. And that is how is that? 84 degrees. Yes, it's in the Philippines. You probably never heard of them. Manila is the capital of the Philippines. Have you heard of the Philippines? It's a country way, way to your east or west, depending how you look at it. If you're flying, you're probably flying to the west, usually. Courses to SID. Bank angle is good. Runway heading is, runway is 6. Initial climb clearance, that's what we're looking for. There's really no specific altitude here, so it's probably just given by air traffic control. So just skip that. Check the takeoff auto brakes, reset the fuel flow, MFD, check the oil pressure. Good. Stop the service cruise. Time to let the passengers in. And if I was busy before, I'll be even busier now. You should fly to Prague and pick up that Washington key. Sounds like a good idea, man. Sure thing, da. Enjoy. Extendable things on the wings had some kind of issue. Extendable things, that's not from a 737. I think that's a different plane. The thing that, was it a 787 or a 777? I can't remember. Maybe Jade knows. But 737 doesn't have that extendable thing. Never been east of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or west of the ocean. It's west of the ocean, yeah. There will be a trekking stream tomorrow. If it will feature Washington or not, all depends on SCS. If they give me the key in advance, yes. If no, then we'll think of something. But I'm really hoping they do. Okay, let's go do that. Let's go and load up the passengers. So this is how it works. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can put this here. It will be a bit of a large thing there, but we can minimize that. So it will be minimal. Does that look good to you guys, or is it too obtrusive to the scenery? Okay, let's load the people. Okay. Can't really see the status of the loading there, but that's fine. Okay, so while that's happening, let's double check the route. Let's minimize that. They'll tell us anyway, and then let's check the route here if it's all okay. Okay, let me zoom in. Step by step, we will check. Also, I downloaded a recent version of the 737. A lot of hot fixes coming out. This is 3.6 now, I think. Release candidate 3.6. Top of climb. Top of this, it's going to be a very short cruise. Look at that. Ragay. Yeah, the 75 miles is not that effective because there's a altitude limitation somewhere close here. Ragay, there you go. That's Lipot. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Straightforward. And when we have the missed altitude and all that stuff. Okay, looks good. Alright, route is good. Landing fuel is good. Ground distance, expect taxi route. Okay, let's have a look at the chart. No. Airport. Okay, let's have a look at the runway. Washington Key, hopefully, but we will see. We will see. So runway 6 is close by. Just push back, face left, and then from there, Charlie 5, Charlie 6, Hotel 2. Okay, so we can plan the pushback. Yeah, that's the one. Should be okay. Look at that humongous thing. Is that an Airbus A380? Looks like it.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
So that looks good. VOR frequency is tuned. Alright, that looks fine. Let's do the perf calc while we're waiting. Normally, you wouldn't do this because you would wait for all passengers to get loaded and then you'll have an adjusted zero fuel weight. But for us, this will not change anyway. So let's just execute that one. And it's going to be 68.2. So what I want to do here is we go to the takeoff weight.
Captain, all passengers are on board.
Good. Let's go and welcome them.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. And also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please read carefully the special instructions card located by your seat. We remind you that this is a non Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including
That's the one.
the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling or destroying the lavatory smoke
So that
detectors
gives
is
the
prohibited
flap
by law.
settings,
If you
dethrust
have any
rates, and all that
questions about our
stuff.
flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants.
Outside air
Thank you.
temperature is 31. Yeah, that's consistent. Derate to 22K. And furthermore, select a selected temperature of 60 degrees. That looks perfectly aligned. Amazing. Okay, good. Takeoff, flaps 5. What invalid entry? Oh, I think I double-clicked. The mouse double-clicked again. And it looks like there's a bug with the recommended speed, so I'm going to use the one recommended by the takeoff calculator. Normally there would be recommended values in here. Okay, that looks good. Let's turn on the music for them. But let me turn it off immediately because I'm not sure if that's copyrighted. Let's close the doors then.
Flight attendants, doors to automatic and cross-check.
And then let's welcome them.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, welcome aboard our flight today. We're wrapping up the final paperwork here to get you on your way momentarily. I want to thank you so much for your company and business. We invite you to sit back, relax,
Captain,
and enjoy the
doors
ride.
are set to
Again, welcome
automatic
aboard.
and cross-checked.
Good. 146. Let's make everybody sit down.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff.
Trim value 4.94. Let's just put this down a bit. There you go. And then we can close the door. I'll get back to chat in very shortly. Sorry about the delay. Really, it's really hard to balance these things. Let's get the pushback ready because it will take some time.
Cockpit, tow is driving up.
Just loaded them up there. And I forgot to start the APU, dang it. Ahead of time. Alright, so now we're waiting. And now while we're waiting, now I can back to you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Even Rohan will show up. A giveaway. Scotsman and Rohan are the prime suspects. They're not very interested in the cooking sim though. Key to giveaway, no key to giveaway. At least not yet. You can wish for SES to give me one. But I'll let you know if ever for sure. Hey, Banyarola! Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Sorry, it was a bit delayed there. That's an understatement. Actually, I'm not sure anymore what we were talking about, Jay.
Close, ready to connect.
Alright. Crap.
Flight attendants, you can resume your duties.
Yes. Ready for takeoff
Flight
first
attendants, prepare the cabin for takeoff.
before we make them fasten their seatbelts. There we go. APU, start it please. APU bleed on. GPU, we can now disconnect. There we go. Alright, I'm going to skip through the ATC just so we go a bit faster.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
There we go. Okay. Anti-collision light. Start the pushback.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Actually, I'm not sure that might hurt the flight
Captain, the cabin is secure.
attendants. No, not really. They're good. Yeah, normally when you push back, the flight attendants still haven't taken their seatbelts, right? Because they're still like doing the safety instructions, the safety demo. So that shouldn't be that bad, right? Let's start the engines. Turn off the packs first. No. There you go. Engine 2 first. See it spooling. You're always quiet. If you say so. Cooking Sims key? Yeah, there was a video yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Well, it might be this same day for some of you. Get some fuel in that engine. When you say APU. APU? True. Alright. Looks all good. And I'll show you the map later. So hopefully we'll get some nice views today. Because Mount Mayon is right there where we will land. It's right to the left of the airport once we land. Yeah. Look left. Everything looks good there. Clear. Start engine 1. Hey Liam. Welcome to the stream.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Ah, we have a troll. Please don't be a troll. Or please don't say bad words here. I'm trying to keep it family friendly. Why are mods so mean? Exactly. They're not mean. Actually, that's not even them doing the stuff. It's getting blocked automatically. Right. Set the parking brake. Did I hear the guy right?
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
There you go. Turn on the generators. APU switch off. Engines to continuous. Turn on the probe heats. Bring back the air conditioning. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed off. That looks good. Takeoff flaps. Let's let the cabin attendants take their seats.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff.
And let's go and bring the yoke back. There you go. You are welcome to stay, not stray, in the stream. Liam, just keep it clean, please. Thank you. Let's wait for the guy to clear.
Bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, once we see the guy, I'll check the rudder. There you go. Right. Rudder left. Right. We're good. Recall. Okay. Lights, parking brake. Brake test. Whoa! Look at that guy speeding off. Looks like someone's late. Okay. Alright, let's go. LNAV. Auto throttle. Weather. Double clicking problem. Airport. And terrain on the first officer's side. Alright. Cabin lighting to take off. Looking good. Transponder to TARA. Alright, that should be good for now, and then we taxi. Zoom in there. That's the route. So we get out of this terminal. Golf 8 Echo, Golf 8 Whiskey. Yeah, it's getting a bit confusing once you get to the center. But this one should be more or less straightforward. And we can speed up a little bit, I guess. And yes, I turned off the... what do you call it? I turned off the failures now. So hopefully no more engine failures. I don't think I'm equipped well enough for that. Are we on the right taxiway? Yes, we are. Good. X11 so good. You didn't go into the beta, right, Scotsman? So this is their first time trying out the 1.35. It's like night and day, isn't it? Let's go with that. Actually, Actually, I'm speeding already. First time, nice. Yeah, I remember that. And now you have no bugs, well, minimal bugs compared to when we tried it first in experimental beta. So that's the perk of having enough patience and emotional intelligence to wait. Unfortunately, I don't have that. Right, we are near the runway, so I'm going to preempt it and get the strobes ready. Landing lights. Good. Taxi lights off. And now all that's left is to take off. Right, let's assume that we were given takeoff instructions by ATC. 40% N1. And hopefully I can show you around the Philippines a bit. Welcome to Manila, everybody. Hello Manila, goodbye Manila. 40%. Let's align to the runway and toga thrust. There we go. Fly. Yeah, never fails. One stream or the other, we always get someone with that. Yeah, but I can understand. It's really tests your patience with all the stuff that needs to happen. Looking good. D1. Rotate. Wow, we're heavy.
Positive brake.
Goodness, we're heavy. Landing gear up. How exciting. Look at that. What that guy said. Follow the flight directors. We do have derated thrusters, so we're not climbing as fast. That should come in pretty soon as we go along. Once we reach that green line there, 1,000 feet above, we should be able to bring our flaps up.
1,000.
Look at that beauty. Shoo! Super nice. Oh my goodness. You'll have to behave yourself a bit, Liam. We'll have to time you out, otherwise, please no shouting. Easy on the all caps. That looks good. After takeoff checks, landing gear off, objective takeoff off, terrain radar off. Did I catch all of that? Yes. But I forgot to put my flaps up. There you go. And now VNAV. There you go. Nice. Ah, look at that. Time to go is 48 minutes. Not too shabby. Love it. That's Manila though. Lots and lots of houses. Yeah, this feels very familiar. That looks pretty accurate actually. You can actually see the guys from out there. Nice. Right, so and when we reach around 10,000 feet, we can let the guys out of their seatbelts. Oh man, that's lovely. Yeah, once you're out of the city, it becomes more calm, becomes more peaceful, becomes more scenic. And then we have just very light clouds ahead of us. Very nice. Now temperature is 28 degrees Celsius at 5,000 feet above. So yeah, it's pretty warm here. It's not even the peak of the heat. Yeah, those clouds look very nice. I can take that. Time to go is 48 minutes. Now, what is it? 38 something? Yeah, it's nice, right? And the white bar below is filling up. So that's going to crawl. That white bar below will be crawling until we actually reach Legazpi. Maybe I can show you the map. I'll show that to you in a bit. That's the VOR we tuned a while ago. We're actually going past it now. Yeah, it's going to be a very short flight though, so we won't have too much time for talking. But let us set our cruising altitude now, 25,000 feet. And once we go past 11,000, we'll switch to standard altimeter, standard QNH. Okay, let's go set it up now. It looks pretty stable. Let's go with the pre-cruise checklist. Turn off the landing lights. I hate these guys on the left. So hard to adjust them. Engine start to auto. Cabin pressure, double check that it's the pressure is climbing and not the altitude. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Fasten seat belts to auto. Okay, there you go. We can let these guys go now. So,
Flight attendants, you can resume your duties.
Start the in-flight entertainment.
We have started the
Start serving the drinks.
started serving refreshments.
There you go. Keep that there. Recall. And heading bug. Yes, I forgot about that. There we go. So after reaching the transition altitude, the warning here becomes orange. The setting becomes orange because we have to switch to standard altimeter settings, like so. There you go. Okay. Lighting, we can now change cruise and white medium for our passengers. And then once we reach flight level 250, we can announce to the passengers that we have leveled off. You can see those white things. Those are not that is not snow. There's no snow here, especially that low. But that's a consequence of the ortho photos that I've been downloading, so the satellite images, and then placing them as textures on the landscape. That happens to have some clouds in the satellite image, so the clouds get pasted on the mountain. It's a bit of a, yeah, it's hard to prevent that kind of thing. It's quite hard. Clouds are a conspiracy. Some of the clouds from above fell below there. Yeah, they're just chilling out. Hey, Jack, comrades of Mother. Different game. How goes Metro? So were you playing a different one today, Jack? Because yesterday wasn't, or the other day wasn't that like Metro 2033, and now it's Metro something else? Beautiful sounds. It's the same game, but 3 parts. Ah, 3 books. Okay, I see. So I'm guessing the storyline is pretty nice, huh? And what's the setting? What's the story all about? About Russia. Awesome story. It'd be fitting for a book, huh? Now, admittedly, the textures below, like I don't know how you call it, but the textures around at this altitude, like around 10,000 feet, they're a bit, sometimes they look a bit repetitive, and I think the textures I had before from the Vivid Sky mod looks more natural than this one, so I might bring it back. But the clouds above, those are a different story from the last time I checked. It's not so much now, but yeah, clouds above look much better normally, depending on the cloud type. I think some of them are a bit too puffy. Or maybe it's the settings. I'll have to check, but I haven't found yet that sweet spot of my favorite cloud textures. We'll see. Doing a full playthrough of the 3 games. Nice. Which part are you in now? It's not a game, it's a warning to not visit Moscow. That intense, huh? 911 operator in your city. Oh yeah, you told me about that. Nice. In your country, is it also 911, the emergency? Because that's normally a US thing, right? But some countries also have it. Let's have a look how our folks are doing. Still serving drinks. Yeah, that looks good. No one is scared, no one is worried. I lowered the sensitivity, and that makes a lot of sense. So when it's the autopilot doing the thing, they don't get worried. But if I go manual and I do some sudden drastic changes, or I change the speed suddenly, or change the vertical speed suddenly, that's when they get worried. But it's not so bad now. I guess we don't have Alex and Jack on board anymore, so the worried people don't go up as fast. It's a bit more fair. Part 3 and the longest of all 3. Nice. Enjoy. Looks like you are, from what I've seen. They're almost done with the drinks, but then afterwards they'll have to tidy up first, and once that's done, we can start with the food. So let's minimize that for now. Yeah, those are the clouds you can see. I still have to work on that. It's quite hard downloading each of the tiles and checking each of the areas to spot where the clouds are and removing them one by one. Yeah, it's a bit challenging actually. Metro 1. Metro you finished in 1 stream. Metro Last Light took 2, and now Metro Exodus from tonight. Ah, so maybe it takes 3 or more. Nice. Good luck. So just the heading here. And since Top of Climb is actually so close already, dang it, I didn't even realize. We have to prepare some stuff. Let me go through the descent checklist. So we'll go and check the descent weather. So if I go to charts here, that's the one.
Captain, we have finished serving refreshments.
Sure thing, now you serve the food.
Captain, we have started serving food.
Okay. Around page. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong flight plan again. I'm clicking the wrong button. There you go. Descent is yeah, look at that. 24 knots at 10,000 feet. Goodness, that's pretty scary. Not extreme, but not friendly either. So let's set those. 200, 150, and 100. The descent winds. Okay, and then let's say 100 knots. Well, no, sorry, 100 degrees at 5 knots. 102, 19. That's what I notice here in Manila, in the Philippines. The winds get stronger as you go lower. Normally it's the other way around, right? Then the QNH, I think we'll need to listen to ATIS. So I think what we can do here is set the frequency to 122.02. That should give the destination ATIS.
Romeo, Papa, Lima, Papa, airport
Right.
information, Kilo 0045,
Sorry
Zulu,
if that's
weather, wind 093 at 7, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 13,800, temperature 30, dew point 2, 3, QNH 1012, advise on initial
1012, gotcha. So let's put that here. 1012. Okay. Alright. 12 miles to descent. Goodness, that's so fast. 1012, set that one here as well. And set that here. Get back to you guys in a bit, okay? I'm just setting the altitudes right now. Let's set that to a lower one. Maybe 17,000 feet. Flight level 170 actually. Let's do the announcement. Landing in White Bright. ILS frequency not applicable, we're using RNAV. Courses for approach chart. So we'll have to load up the charts there now. Arrival Ragai 1 Echo, that's the one I remember. And then we have RNAV 6. Right, I'm back. More than 3. 8 hours straight the other night. Oh, so that's why you were streaming long, because you were finishing it. Makes sense. Nice, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. 114.7 VOR. Okay. But I don't think that's applicable to us. Well, I'll track it anyway. 114.7. There we go. That's the VOR adjusting. Top of descent is starting. Okay, that should be not so violent descent. Shouldn't even need to put seatbelts on, ideally. But we'll see if anyone starts getting worried. Let's have a look at the runway. Runway heading is 059. Okay, set the courses to 059. Looking good. Bank angle, landing performance. Okay, we have to do the landing performance now. 1 sec. Let's have a look at the weight. 4.7, 4.2 when we arrive, so that means 0.5. We're going to lose 0.5 more. So it's going to be 66.4 landing gross weight. Yeah? And so when we look at the thing here, this is the hard part because there is no automatic thing for the weather in this app, because NOAA doesn't have any info for this airport. So what we need to do is we need to look at ATIS, or I can cheat a bit so we don't have to replay that again and just look here and say 91 at 7 knots, 23 degrees. 91 at 7 knots. Let's have a look at that. So let's say manual. So static temperature is 23. Barometer is 1012. Wind is 91 at 7 knots. Okay, that looks good. Visibility is, I guess, full. Yeah, 9999. Alright. Runway 6. There we go. And then we compute that. There we go. So flaps 40, 142 VREF, and then auto brake would be, I guess auto brake 2 would be good, because auto brake 1 wouldn't last. We wouldn't land. We would go out of the runway. Auto brake 2 would be just barely enough. Auto brake 3, I think, would be the smart choice here. So that's basically how it goes. Right, so 40, 142. 40, 142, that's the guy. And then here, we set auto brake 3. And that's the landing performance calculation done. Alright. Then we set the fasten seatbelt sign 15 minutes before we land. So we land at 22:43 Zulu. Right now it's 22:22. So around 22:30, 22:28. Yeah, so around 5 minutes from now. Should be good. Okay, and I will be back to you now. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about that. You missed the train.
1,000 to go.
In the game. Oh crap. Descend lower. Go down to 9,000. Let me look at the chart. At what maximum 250 at or above 3,000 actually. At or above 10,000 in Ragay. Where are we right now? Ragay is the next waypoint, right? Yes. So let's go 10,000 actually. Drag required. Is it? Yes, it is. There you go. Has hair and taste of floor. With some broken plates as well. Cardboard box. Any creepy crawlers with your food? Oh, look at the texture there. Very nice. Now, I do have something like X visibility, it's called. It adds fog to the scenery. So, unfortunately, we cannot see so much. Dinner sucked. That must be Jack who said that. So I'm not sure if I want to keep it because on one hand it's quite realistic. You have a bit of fog from above, but on the other it's not so good for sightseeing. I can try to lower it. Lower the fog, that is. Not so sure if I like to. 60 to 80 games last month. Wow. Goodness. Maybe you need a bit of intervention. That's Naga. Yeah, that's where we're going. By the way, let me show you the map. Let me show you the map.
Captain, we have finished serving food.
Awesome. Thank you. Now prepare the cabin for landing.
Flight attendants, prepare the cabin for landing.
Let me show you the map before we get to the super busy part. So we came from, so that's the Philippines, right? Let's go and look at that full. That's the Philippines. Manila is in Luzon here in the northern part. Manila is somewhere here. And we've crossed all the way. We are going to Legazpi here. The airport is somewhere on this side, and that's Mount Mayon. Is that say 2,460? That's probably meters. So that's what? Around 6,000? 7,000 feet? 8,000 feet? Yeah, it's not too bad. Where are we now? Standard altimeter setting. That looks good. $3,000 above. Can't remember if it's like that. VNAV path. Okay, good. Then we'll have to slow down because we are approaching 10,000 feet. I think we do have that limitation as well here. And we do have to get our lights ready and all that stuff. Max 250 knots at or above 3,000. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, good. Wishlist is games that are not out yet. So that's still not in your wish list, the things you bought. That's not even part of it. Nice. Just remove. Retract the speed brakes. Should be good now.
Captain, the cabin is secure.
Good. Seatbelt signs on. Let's prepare for landing. I guess that might be too early for them, but that's fine. Okay, landing lights should be on now. Runway turn off lights as well. Logo wing lights not needed. Terrain radar, we need that because there will be a lot of mountains here just to be on the safe side. And yeah, altimeter setting, that looks good. Yes, let's do the announcement. Looks good. Alright, so you see a couple of high mountains in the distance, and I was looking for Mount Mayon, but when you see it, there will be no doubt that it's Mount Mayon because it looks very different. It's super, how do you say, sharp, coney, pointy, however you want to call it. Diablo 1 plus new expansion. New expansion that came out today for Diablo 1. Only 2 or 3 games that you don't already own. Yeah, eventually you'll run out of games maybe. That's when you can stop. That's interesting. How the heck are they releasing an expansion for that classic game? Yes, Mayon is a volcano. Exactly. So we don't have very good history with volcanoes. We'll see. Hellfire is an old expansion, isn't it? I think I played that one. Or am I just mixing things up? Maybe I'm mixing things up. We are right on the vertical path. That's perfect. Let's align the heading. Looks good. Little bit of wind. I think SimBrief might have its winds wrong because we have 19 knots here above. So I'm not sure. Might not be super accurate. It was released today free with the base game. Ah, okay, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I played that one before. Maybe a different edition. Cool. Have you played that before? I remember when I played Diablo 1 before, I was so scared. I can't remember what grade I was. I was in school for sure, but I was super scared. Like, I wanted all the lights on, wanted all the folks with me when I play because I'm super scared. Especially when it was the butcher. Oh, fresh meat. That was my scariest moment. You played it when you were in college. It was awesome. Yes. Really super scary. Diablo 2, I'm not sure if it was my age. Maybe I was older then, so I wasn't as scared anymore. But Diablo 2 seemed a bit more like the usual types of games. It's so good, but it's not the horror game anymore. It's more like RPG. For me, Diablo 1 was more horror. And I'm not sure I'm just that much of a scaredy cat. And even so before when I was a kid. But yeah, it really stuck with me, the effect of Diablo 1. Maybe if I play it now, it won't be as scary. I don't know. All those reflections don't look half bad, huh? That doesn't look half bad at all. Very nice. Very nice. So when we do our second flight, I think we can afford to do that. Not sure if we can finish. We'll try to reduce the fog and see if we like it. Diablo 2 wasn't the scariest one. Okay, so that we have it consistent there. Diablo 3 for free. Oh, is it free to play? Free to play now? Cool. Is that the latest Diablo? I think so, right? Yeah, we played that for quite a bit as well. Very interesting. Very nice game. Although I wasn't able to check out the other expansions anymore. I think they released the Necromancer at one point for Diablo 3. which was like the Necro was always in Diablo 2 but wasn't in 3, something like that. I think that's Mount Mayon right there. Mayon volcano. If you look at the map, should be, yeah, that's the one. Actually see it. Look how pointy that guy is. Sticking with the pointy end. And that one I specifically changed the orthos because initially this side of the volcano that we see, that actually has a lot of clouds in it, so it looks like it's like snow-capped or something. Doesn't look very nice. So I re-rendered that, made a few workarounds, and so now it looks more like a mountain, like a proper mountain without snowy bits. To be fair though, in all honesty, I've never been here in real life. I've never been to Legazpi, and I don't know why. This should be the Bicol area, I think. And I'm so ignorant about geography, and I've never been on this side. Like, I've been here for sure, where my mouse is, that's Metro Manila. I've been to the south. This is Cebu. Cebu and Bohol is here. If that rings any bells. And Boracay, if you're familiar with Boracay, Boracay is somewhere here, supposedly. One sec. Now I'm going to embarrass myself. I think it's this one. The vertical paths didn't seem to be right here. Like, we're maintaining 5,500 feet for so long instead of just descending very slowly. There might be a bit of weirdness in there. I can't find Boracay, but it's somewhere there. San Jose, a city. I'm getting completely lost. What's new? Yeah, I can find it. No, that's far away. It should be somewhere here. Somewhere here, I think. Maybe we can pass through it on our second flight. Because we'll be going to Cebu if everything goes well. If we are able to land properly. So we'll be starting Legazpi, we'll make our way to Cebu, so southwest like this way. And we'll see how that looks like. Sorry, here. Southwest like that. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? The landscape is starting to take shape now, and the fog is actually adding to the scenery. Where are we? Bagay? I think this thing doesn't update. Doesn't have the correct navigation. Doesn't seem like it. Because we are headed to Lipot already, supposedly. Yeah. That doesn't update at all. But this one probably does. Yeah, this one updates. 3,250. Lima Papa 404. 2,700 there. And then 2,700 missed altitude as well.
Captain, the in-flight entertainment has ended.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Get back. Clumsy near a real volcano, not a good recipe. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Definitely. Yeah, that's the one. I'll have to take photos. Once we go nearer, that'll actually look nicer. So what's the time to go, guys? How many minutes does it say? Where is Morgan Freeman when we need him? I haven't tested it out. Does it sound good? Is it pretty accurate? Hey Da, welcome back. Got a huge 250 MB update today. Nice. I wonder what the changelogs will say. Also, someone commented in my videos that they actually get in ATS something like let's turn on the glide slope here. So we don't someone commented that they get a message in ATS when they're on the interstate, like saying continue straight for 5 miles and then turn right or something like that. But do you guys get that? Because I don't, and I'm not sure if it's because of the mod I tried. Also, the Google Maps, the Google navigation mod that I tried, there's an official by the mod author version for ATS now, and they're available now in the Steam Workshop. So you can check the mods list. I posted in there both. One for ATS2, one for ATS. It's Google Navigation. It comes with many languages. So in case you want to try out the other ones. Yeah, the guy is, I forgot his name. I think it's Luke. And he's a very nice guy, looks like. Been taking requests and stuff. Recording the different languages even if he doesn't understand them. Huge lot of bug fixes. That's good to hear. We'll need that for Washington. So the missed approach. In case we fail at this, we'll be heading straight to Arang. Climb 2,700 feet. Yeah, straight to Arang. And then turn right to Ranga and try again. Something along those lines. Also, the minimums here are LNAV VNAV 918. Okay, let's set that up. Dang it, no. This is very finicky. 918, come on. Stay with me here. There we go. Let's hear the 80s again last time, so I know how the winds are.
Romeo, Papa, Lima, Papa, airport information, Lima 0045, Zulu, weather, wind 093 at 7, visibility 10,000.
093 at 7, so it will be a bit to the right of us. So I'll have to apply a little bit of left rudder. 7 knots. Shouldn't be that bad. Runway heading is 059. Should we be adjusting now, actually? Have a good day, AP. Thank you for dropping by, man. Catch you next time. Hopefully tomorrow we have something good. Keep your fingers crossed. Fix some of the voice navigation bugs in ATS. Nice. Yes, that's what we experienced in one of the videos. That's good to hear. Because that's going to come in really handy for Washington. We'll need Morgan Freeman's help there. There we go. On to Lima Papa 402. Let's put on the vertical navigation here. I'm not sure what you call that thing, but that's super helpful for landing. Let's set the minimums as the altitude, so our nav can continue on descending past Lima Papa 402, and we should have visual on the runway now. Is that it? That's not the one. It should be somewhere here to the left. Yeah, so you can see how close it is to Mount Mayon. That's amazing, isn't it? Should be popping up now. That's the one? No, not yet. Her voice got deep. Yeah, it alternates between different voice packs. So sometimes you'll hear a German, sometimes Swedish. Yeah, it kind of varies. 10 miles. Oh yeah, I should. Going to flaps 5. The runway should be up ahead. That's the one. There you go. It's quite a short runway actually, around 7,000 feet. Yeah, 7,400 feet, so we don't have a lot of space. We're pretty heavy. So yeah, we'll have to be really careful here. Also, let me put the gear down to help with the braking. Should be okay. Yes, looks good.
2,500.
Airspeed bug. Yeah, we don't need that. We can control it with flaps. Flaps 10. Landing gear down. Flaps 15. That's our altitude above ground, 2,000 feet right now. My goal is to go manual when it's around 10,000 feet. Engine start switches to continuous. Speed brake, arm it. Recall. And we should be good to go. Alright. Set to flaps 40. There you go, flaps 40. Taxi lights on. We have everybody fastened seatbelt, right? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, now we're on our own. Short runway, everybody get ready to drag your feet. Hold your breath, guys.
1,000 to go.
There we go. Well, that's not really it. But we are now descending on the vertical path for the glide slope, for the glide path. What's this? The missed altitude here? 2,700. Okay. Dang it, I don't have visual of the airport. That's fine. Missed altitude setting is there. We are continuing our descent. That's good. And 1,000 feet. There she is.
1,000.
Hit the autopilot once. To turn it off, hit the autopilot, disengage one more time to remove the warning. And now I'll set my throttle around the same range as where the N1 is. Disengage auto throttle and remove the warning.
Approaching minimums.
There you go. Winds are pretty accurate, 093 degrees at 8 knots. 8 is set around 7 knots, but 093.
500.
So that looks good. But yeah. And it seems like it's getting a bit different though. We are currently at VREF, that's good.
400.
But it's a bit weird. But I'm actually veering off to the left a lot. Just go like that. There you go. It's more like it. Looks good. It's a very narrow runway as well. Quite misleading with the how far you are from the runway.
100.
Oh crap. I'm a bit high, I think.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 10.
They got scared actually. Dang it. The important thing is we get enough space to brake in time for
80 knots.
the runway. That looks good. Stop. Okay, we won't make it there. We'll make it on the other side. I thought that was going to be a smooth landing, but I was a bit high and I decided to go for a firm landing just so we make sure we have enough runway. Oh, stop. There we go. Right. That looks good. Speed brakes are retracted. Let's make this turn. The stand should be somewhere there near the beginning of runway 6. And let us announce that we are here. That's how they do it, right? So let's say, I guess they wouldn't mistake that anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination.
There you go.
For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe for you to move about. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board with you, and please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles may have shifted around during the flight. On behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future.
It's going to be a long travel through. Maybe I can load the airport in the meantime. It's very simple, but then again, it's nice to have a visual of where we are. There it is. me see. Happiness is actually not very good. Wow, 73%. Let's play some music. Maybe that will keep them happy. Something along those lines. Okay, you're good now. I should load my own music here. That would be a lot safer. But it doesn't accept .wav. It only accepts MP3. Okay, should be right there. Let's turn on the APU. Actually, I have to set it up also for turnaround. I'm not really sure how to do that, but we'll try. Don't miss your turn. Thank you. Let's turn off the strobes. If I can click it, that is. There you go. Off. That's the one. Now where can we park? That's the question. FD off. Set that to 100. We'll fumble with that later again. 11,100. Pitot heat off. Well, probe heat. Cabin lighting, let's put that to bright. Where are we parking this thing? Oh, okay. Well, I guess any way we could manage would be fine. Engine start switches to auto. That should be good enough. And let's turn through here. Hard turn. Something along those lines. Not as straight as I would have wanted, but diagonal parking for the win. Let's be happy with that. Nice. Okay, up next. Turn off the lights. Open the doors there. Well, remove the seat
Flight
belts.
attendants, you can resume your duties.
APU is on. Cut off. Open the door. Looking good. And we open the isolation valve. APU bleed. Chime stingy. And close the pumps. Now this one, I'm not so sure we should do this. But yeah, fine. I think that didn't work. Transponder to standby. Okay, now we can open the doors.
Flight attendants, doors to manual.
Alright, I'm back. VT log works, nice. How cheaty is that? 4.35? No, it doesn't work. I don't think it works. ETS2 and ATS have support for Logitech RGB lightings. Ah, not only Razer. Nice. It's nice though. I'm not sure how useful it is. In reality, the keyboard. I'm not sure. I don't really look at my keyboard so much when I'm driving. But I guess, yeah, it's a nice to have. It's a nice tie-up. It's fun. About to go to jail. What did you do? The mouse you use blinks a lot. Is that because of the police getting caught by the police? Let's have a replay of the scary landing later and have a look at the stats, how it looks. I have a reminder here that I set a month ago. Cancel Navigraph. Because I tried that 1 month subscription just to see if I would use it. And I use it every day. Like all these charts here are made possible by Navigraph. So Navigraph charts. So I don't think I can get away with that. So I think I'll be buying a year subscription. Dang it. That's another expense. Oh. Alright, let's put that on the list. Cancellation hype. Yeah, don't think I can though. Whenever you have different lights in night. What do you mean different lights in night? Oh, you mean like when you pass through city lights? It affects? Look at the sink rate. 4 to 6 feet per minute. I think that's the landing rate. That's a bit firm. But for a small runway like this, yeah, I'd take that risk. What I heard from Mentor was normally they would have that the ideal thing would be they would be 50 feet above ground when they cross the runway threshold. If you're above that, there's like a computation every I don't know, every foot, every 100 feet you're above extends your landing distance by this much. Every knot faster than the VREF you are extends your landing distance by this much. So if you have a short runway, you don't have as much leeway. That's my excuse. Bad English person. The airport lounge, yeah, you guys can go now and relax, and we'll do our second flight in a bit. Okay, that looks good. Terminate the flight leg. Close the doors, cargo doors at least, and we'll do this all over again after a bit. Yaw damper off. Yeah, this is for cold and dark shutdown. We're not doing that because we're doing a turnaround. I'm not actually sure what the exact steps are. I guess we'll have to turn off APU because if we're going to refuel, I guess that makes sense, right? You guys know anything about that? But before we worry about that, let's do the replay first of the horrific landing, and then let's oh, the door is still open. Let's maybe close that first, and then let's see. Let's see what the score is in SimBuddy. Food. Now you're making me hungry again, guys. He's Russian now. No more meat for you. Okay, let's see how this landing goes. The beautiful sight of Mount Mayon in the background. Yeah, and I tried to remove the clouds here in this area. So some are left, but a lot of them actually disappeared already. That's nice. There's the landing gears. Just finish some snacks since you're still hungry. Good thing you didn't throw all of that up when we landed. Did you have your bags ready, guys? Yeah, that's the crosswind effect there. Just very slight crosswind. Nothing major. It's mostly headwind actually. So not that bad. I didn't even have to put in any rudder. There we go. That's me when it starts to shake like that. That's the manual flying goodness. Right, let's have a look here. So we crossed the threshold at around, I don't know, 50 feet. A bit high. Yeah, it was a bit bad. I bounced a bit. Dang it. And I think that was mainly because I cut off the thrust too early. Because I was scared I would run over the runway. Fear got to me. It's fine, we'll take it. You can see a bit of the tiles there actually. Yeah, that's the Mount Mine right there. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. Cool. Now the question is, when we go back here, does it still look good? Are the stuff still configured properly and stuff like that? I guess. And he didn't even share. That's the kicker right there. That's the kicker. Let's have a look at the... where was it? Somebody. That's the one. Right. Let's have a look at the flight log. That's the score. 94%. Everything checked. That's good. The only bad thing I did was the landing, I think. So if we compare, all the checks are passed. No one got injured. I set the music. I set the doors to automatic. Yada yada. No one got worried. No one got frightened. Interesting. Even with the landing. Okay, but okay, that's good. And then, so we earned 83,000 there. That's good. And then we look at the flight times. That's actually so good. SimBrief is the one who came up with the 41 minutes. Look at how long it took us. 40 minutes, 43 seconds. Less than a minute difference. How cool is that? And then we have fuel requested 1968. We've used 1795. That's a difference of 173 kilos. It's not bad actually. Yeah, this one, 426 feet per minute. Dang it. Alright, let's do better this next time. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay, you guys can see that? Yeah, it's not blocking, right? Okay, good. Alright, so let's have a look. Available flights. Now, we do have... So we start in Legazpi. We can go either back to Manila, or we can go straight to Mactan. Although it's not as... There aren't many people in there yet, so the number of people in cargo are increasing the longer a route exists. But right now I just created this route like before I started the stream, so there's not much in there, but we can fly it still and see how it looks. I haven't been to Cebu in Sim. I've been to Cebu in real life. And for me, it has the best food. Super nice lechon, super salty lechon. They call it Cebu lechon. And lechon is roasted pig. Did he say something? Nope, not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. Alright, so I think we can do one more flight. We should be able to get rid of some of the stuff now. Just for the cold and dark. We don't need to start from scratch, but it's still going to be pretty hectic, I think. So this is Clumsy flight. Which one is this? 7? Legazpi to Mactan is 007. 46 people. Okay. 007. And then RPVM Victor Mike. Is that right? Yes, it is. Good. 738. Runway 6, then runway 4. Okay. Wow. That's a very long flight plan. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good actually. Although we won't be passing by Bohol, which is over here. Some very nice sights in there supposedly. But okay. That looks good. Let us take that. The number of people, we should be much lighter today. So we only have 46 people and 0.5 kilos, 0.5 tons. What was it? 46? No memory at all. Yeah, and 0.5 tons of cargo. Welcome back, Jack. What did you get? I actually found it surprising that they released 1.35 for ETS2 faster. I wonder if it's regarding some bugs or stability things. I would have expected they would rush or they would prioritize ATS because of the upcoming DLC. Okay, let's download that. So this is coming from Legazpi to Mactan to Cebu. Good. And this is saying 42 minutes of flight, 1803 fuel. 1803. And the earnings are significantly less because we are carrying less people. But it should be lighter as well. 42 minutes. Do we have time for that? Yes, we do. We should have. Although we also have some of the other prep stuff still. And look at that. It's interesting. Flight level 330 and it's just such a short distance. Top of climb and top of descent must be right next to each other. That's scary. Okay. Accept that. There we go. And let us go back to SimBuddy. Open the sim flight again. You can see here the pack sensitivity. Initially it was like here 3/4 and then I put it at half, so it's much more reasonable now. So now we'll have to change all the stuff like this one. There we go. And also the active sky flight plan I'll have to copy from the route. Oh, that's quite long. No JDAR there at all. Okay. Minimize that first, because we have a lot of prereqs to do. Does that look good? Let's remove the 06 here, the 04 there. There you go. Beautiful. That's convenient. And oh my goodness, that's wrong. It should be 33,000. And then I paste it here. That's why it said enter the cruising altitude first. Well, it didn't really change, but fine. Okay. Good. And that should reflect our destination accordingly. So when I hit the 80s for the destination, it should trigger the one for Cebu, basically. Egg sandwich. A mad chicken somewhere. Who stole my egg? Chicken curry for dinner. Chicken confirmed. Now I want some chicken curry. Man. What kind of curry do you guys like the most? From which country? I'll totally miss it. Totally miss it. So busy. Thank you. Okay, so what do we do now? Here comes the tricky thing, because I'm not sure where I start. I guess we have to have a couple of stuff. Pre-flight checklist. Like, how do we do that? I guess we'll have to have the GPU first. Let's connect the GPU. And then let's turn it on so we can turn off the APU. There you go. Something like that. Maybe. inspection. Do we still need that? Fine. Let's do it. Yeah, I guess we can just start from scratch just to be on the safe side. Yeah, all those are getting tested now though. That's good. Alright. So we are skipping a few stuff. Minimums would be 1070. Something along those lines. Ah, so hard. There you go. That should be good enough. Okay. Local QNH 1012. That is still standard, my bad. Alright. Takeoff config. That does work. Test that again. And now let's go back to the FMC.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
There we go.
Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up.
What was this, guys? 07? Let's plug it in on the... from here. That's the one. Wow, that got updated. Nice. Yeah, 07. Good. Route. So let's go to page 2. Actually, we should check the weights first, shouldn't we? We should. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, because I haven't set that up yet. Look at that. Previously we had 20.8, now we have a fourth of the passengers in cargo. There you go. So that should be 52.3, more or less. Good. Okay. Right now that works. Okay. Now we set it up. Runway 6. Now I don't think there is. No, we're not using any SID. Okay. Direct to Masba. Is that Masbate? Who knows? Like, these places are very familiar to me in terms of sound, but I would have. I am absolutely sucky at knowing where they are geographically. Direct to Aquilo. Direct to Astor. Cantonese food is your favorite. Not the China food I had. Yeah, I generally like Chinese food, but yeah, not so hardcore. Not as hardcore as that one. Direct Aquilo, Astor, Tonyo, Boyer. What the heck? Did I? Okay. I guess I double clicked that one again. Okay. Boyer should be the closer one, I'm guessing. Well, will I be able to check that anyway? Direct to VM Victor Mike 04 Alpha. And that is direct to runway 04. It's interesting that we're not using the SIDS and stars though. Bit of a shame. Yeah, so many here. Turn on the guide slope. Drago, Kulas, or Tonyo. I like the names. These are Filipino names for guys. Let me double check that already, because I have a feeling there's something that's wrong there. Ah, so that's how it is. Okay. There's the runway. Boyer and then runway there. That doesn't look half bad. Okay. Should we add in a initial approach fix, Trigo? No. Kulas. Kulas is over there. That will give a bit more allowance for us, but a bit sharper turn, so maybe not. Or Tonyo. Tonyo is way there. Okay. We can go with Tonyo, but we'll have to get rid of Boyer. Okay, let's do that. Let's remove VM04 Alpha. Yeah, don't think that's right. Should be Tonyo right there. So Tonyo, go direct there to Tonyo. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Alright. Back to you now. Cantonese food is your favorite. Any food that eat as much as you like. Buffet for the win. Why not? Thai is still my number one. And it's so nice that we have such nice Thai food here in Singapore. It tastes super authentic. I don't even find the need to go back to Thailand anymore just for the food. Sometimes I like it. I like the Thai food here much better. 0 fuel weight. Okay, reserves. Oh, here we go again. Can you not put that there at the uppermost side? Thank you. 2.8. Cost index is 32. Cruising altitude is 330. Top of climb winds. Look at that. So close. Goodness, that's scary. Does that even work? How far is it from each other? How do we read this, guys? Like it's the same. Well, it's the same airway, but I guess they're not completely close to each other. Is there like a cumulative distance here? How can we read this? Like from the airport, that's counting up, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so we start here, the airport, and then that's, I guess that's this one. 66 miles to Masba and 6 miles to top of climb. 47. Yeah, distance. There you go. I think that's the one. So 47 miles from top of climb to top of descent. That's the only difference. It's a bit tight. 227 at 9 knots. Deviation is 14 degrees Celsius. Okay. Average winds. Oh, that's the one I skipped a while ago. We go to legs. We leave planning mode. We go to route data. And then on the top of climb, actually there is no wind mentioned here. Interesting. Okay, let's skip that. And we go on runway 04, fix, go there. I'm not sure. I guess this is not correct, but we'll see. 330, right? So is it 99 miles? Somewhere along those lines. You had Thai noodles once. Spicy. Although the Thai noodles aren't spicy supposedly, if it's pad Thai. But then again, if you had chili, then for sure that's true. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Let's get the cleaning crew in here. There we go. Everything is still on. We're saving a bit of time there. Fuel pumps, turn that back on. Let's double check the fuel. Yeah, looks good. Cross feed valve again. Yes, window heat. Trim air. Axe. Yeah, looks good. And then this one is 330. And then Cebu, I'm not sure what the altitude is actually. Let's remove these guys. I would have preferred to get a SID and star actually. Yeah, would have been nice. Would have been more immersive. Next time I'll check the flight plan to make sure that something's there, because there are lots of SIDs and stars here in both airports. Look at this. Cebu doesn't have weather either, so normally you would have no clue what winds there are there. Let's go and look for 28 feet. Okay, so it's 50 should be fine. Alright, we can turn that off. Stop laughing at your pain. What did you do, Tom? Do tell. Is it family friendly? Let's check first. Okay, let's skip that. SID 4. Runway heading is right. Check line clearance. Let's put that in. I haven't even set the auto brake off yet. My bad. Check the takeoff. Fuel flow. Pressure is still a-okay. Good. Right, you guys stop what you're doing and we are going to let the passengers in. Good. Load the folks. Nice plane. Pro parking skills right there. Oh, so much quicker loading. Less people. Start the flight leg. Let's get the pushback ready. So if we're going to go runway 6, then it's better if we face this way, so we can back taxi quicker. That should be fine right there.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Turn on the APU. Landing fuel, ground distance. That looks good. Let's welcome them. Hello? Wait a minute. That didn't synchronize. I think somebody actually hanged on me. Really? Yeah, it seems like it did. Oh, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin.
I'm not sure if that's working, guys. It seems like it hanged.
And also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position.
There we go.
If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please read carefully the
Just a bit
special
delayed.
instructions card located by your seat. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants. Thank you.
Let's make the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, welcome aboard our flight today. We're wrapping up the final paperwork
Wait.
to get you on your way.
Performance in it.
I want to thank you so much for your company and business.
Let's go back though. 52.2. We'll need that.
Again, welcome aboard.
52.2. Play some music. Oh, it's lagging like mad. Would never laugh at your pain. Maybe not. Don't remember the ATV moment. There we go. Now the problem is, make them stop. Make them stop. Oh dang it, it's so laggy. Okay, we'll have to wait for them. Now the lion, that's a different story. Even you can't help yourself. Okay, let's wait for that thing. Let's refresh this one. No, the conditions. Okay, there you go. Close the door. Okay, 91.7. Let's set that up. 23 degrees, 91, 7
Doors
knots.
to automatic and cross-check.
Looks good. 1012. Okay, that's still consistent. Perfect. Okay, now it hanged. Oh, what's happening? Oh my goodness. Hello? Let's reset that. Status error 1. Oh no. What's up with that? Okay, let's wait for it. Maybe we'll have to repeat things. Let's wait if it will get fixed. Looks a bit dodgy. Yeah, maybe they're not so friendly with turnarounds. 7 knots, 23 degrees, 1012 hectopascals, 9999. No variable wind. That should be good. Runway 06. And then we say 52.2 was it? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. Flaps 5. 22 kd rate. 50 degree selected temp. We'll put that here. Yeah, symbol isn't working. Dang it. It hanged on me. Oh, there we go. Is it fixed? No, it's still not. Hey, Barry. Glad you made it, man. Just in time for the second flight. How are you? Yes. Come on, come on. Close the program. Take off. 5 degree flaps. Now we have some speed recommendations. Nice. But the V2 is different. Yeah, most of the things are different actually. Quite. 2 knots. 127. How are you doing, Barry? What have you been working on? 128 and 132. Okay, let's bring somebody back. Where is it now? Maybe it's down? Maybe the server is down? Yeah, server is not working. Oh, come on. Do I have problems with connection again? See, refresh. Somebody looks like it's down, guys. Me and one of your staff got into a heated dispute and you took a beer bottle, smashed out her back driver's sidecar window. Goodness, oh, rip. Oh my goodness. Why did you do that, Tom? Thanks, very glad you made it. Different engine failure tonight, that's true. Streams always like to go with this kind of thing, huh? Somebody, come on. Somebody save me. Dang it. Okay, we'll have to fly without somebody. But that's fine. So we get a bit more scenic this trip. Fine. Let's leave that as it is. Alright. 0 fuel weight. Looks good. That looks good. V1, VR, V2 speed bug. 132 knots. That looks good. And trim value is 4.21. Put that up. Way up. It's going to take a while. Maybe I can speed it up electronically. There we go. There we go. And we can close the flight deck. Alright. We started the AP already, right? Oh yes, we did. My bad. Okay. AP on. Air conditioning is now okay for you guys. GPU off. Right. Anger issues. Yes. Have they known already? Have they discovered it? What's happening with you? Hope you feel better soon. And let's start the pushback.
Ground to cockpit.
Shuffles away from Tom. They took a report and they left. I see. Hoping for the best, man. Do you have something for that? Do you go into like some kind of therapy or something?
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Weather is looking good. Mayan volcano looking at us, judging us from afar. But yeah, it's amazing how close it is to the airport. Okay, maybe cool down a bit first. Cooking simulator giveaway. Did you go to the gleam.io page?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
You have a couple of stuff you can do there. Like follow on Twitter, follow on Twitch. If you already do that already, and then you just click on those and it will detect that you're already doing them, and it will get the raffle tickets already, like the entries, raffle entries. And it will email you that you have these following entries, and if you have some entries which you can still do, some options you can still do, then you can also do that. But yeah, should be straightforward. Let me know if you have any questions. Just rewatch the line clip twice. Yeah, that's a memorable thing.
No connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Thank you. Start it.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Will do. Clear right side. Start engine 2. At least now I will have a bit more time to look at you guys, because I will not be that busy with somebody out of the picture. There we go. There's also a feature in Active Sky XP where it disables the weather refresh when you're close to the arrival. That's why it's important to set the flight plan in there. Left is clear. Because explain weather is a bit finicky. When the weather refreshes, you get buffeted out of the air sometimes while it refreshes. And when you're doing that while you're in final, especially short final, it's going to be pretty disastrous. So they have that, they refresh the weather every 15 minutes.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
But if you're close to the destination airport, they stop doing that for protection.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
It's very useful actually. But yeah, I think I'll be tweaking the cloud textures more. I think I like more the one we had last time when the engine failure happened. Those looked a bit more natural, at least the lower clouds. We'll see as we go. Okay, engines look good. Turn off the lower display. Generators. APU off. Engine start continuous. Probe heat is on. Bring back the PAX isolation valve auto. APU bleed off. And I think we are good to go there. Yeah, double check that everything is good.
Disconnected, bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you
Everything's
next
good.
time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, sir. Flaps to 5. We do the check. We need to do that every time. Even a turnaround. I guess it makes sense. Left and right. Perfect. Recall. No warnings. Good. Ready to taxi. Alright, there he is. Let's do this. Click that thing. LNAV doesn't work. Okay, heading select first. Sometimes it happens. Or did I forget to activate something? No, everything is good, looks like. Yeah, alright, fine. Okay. Cabin lighting for takeoff. Okay. Weather, airport, terrain. Don't double click, please. Thank you. Set the transponder. Strobe lights on.
Flight attendants first takeoff, please.
Okay. Africa is the most fun map. Have you guys finished the story there in Hunter? Oh, we should reset the timer. No worries, Jay. Everything okay? Have you deleted your search history yet? Cleaning up stuff. Had some Windows update. Ooh, hopefully nothing nasty. Still not sure if I got that one you mentioned before, the May update. Good thing there's that kind of like U-turn slot in there. Right, that looks pretty nice. Let's line up here. And turn like so. Those rabbits are tough. Ah, not finished yet. Wow. Bang for your buck, huh? Looks like the weather refreshed as well. Okay, let's turn on the timer. 40% thrust. And toga. Hope I didn't forget anything. Wow. Winds feel very different.
80 knots.
Should be much lighter though. Apply a bit of crosswind correction to the right.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. There we go. Smooth. Take off.
Positive rate.
Landing gear up. LNAV on. Thank you.
400.
Right. Autopilot, help us out. We are super light. Look how fast we're climbing here. Even at the
1,000.
engine derated. Looking good. Serious bug update which needed to be taken care of. The clouds actually don't look half bad, huh? Although I think the other one is still a bit better. There's Mount Mayon right there. Photo mode. I thought it was going to hang. If you look from below, it's actually not a bad view. Nice. Stupid moose. I read that as mouse. Okay. Yeah, no SID here. That's why it looked a bit weird. Just going like 180 to the back, like so. It's very weird. VNAV please, thank you. Let's go do the after takeoff checks. Landing gear off. Objective takeoff off. Terrain radar off. Looking good. There we go. Did I not turn it off already? Did it double click again? I guess so. There we go. Alright. Reset the minimums. Go for a bit of aerial scenic view. Is it really effective, the bow? I thought it was more like a upright thing. Like, I'm so good, I don't need a gun. A bow will do fine. And that looks good. I'll take that, thank you. And the clouds don't look half bad either. Bow Stealth Hunter. Ah, makes sense. Look at that. Snow in the Philippines. Why not? Why not? Alright, 10,000 feet. Set that to auto. Cabin pressure. What happened to the engine? Oh crap, I didn't notice the altitude. My bad. I think we need an altitude intervent there. Climb please. Thank you. Cabin pressure looks fine. Pressure is increasing. Cabin altitude is not. Looks good. Okay. Fasten seatbelts, auto. Recall, heading bug. And set to standard altimeter. I do want to pass through some clouds, that would be nice. Just to see the effect of X visibility and stuff like that. All the combination of different modes. That actually doesn't look too bad. Looks like snow. Which is not very matching, but I'll take it. Tripod stand for the guns. You can place it right in the open and the animals don't really see you until they're right under you. So tripod stand and then like prone position. Is this how it goes? There we go, passing through some clouds. That's really something though, isn't it? Yeah. just such a surreal experience. Actually, being on top of the clouds, literally. Still can't get over it. So nice. And look at how close the top of climb and top of descent is. Wowzers. And look at that beauty up top here. That looks so good. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, the fake clouds down there. Bing for the win. The satellite images are from Bing. Okay, let's plan this out. RPVM. So what we want, approach would be our nav runway 04. We don't have an approach, we don't have a star. Just have to skip that. We do want to see how the airport looks like. Oh, straight in, okay. 10,860, nice. Okay, that's much better. I didn't know there was only one runway in the Cebu airport. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? Super thick clouds. Oh, I love it. Oh, that looks heavenly, actually. Have a good night, Scotsman. Enjoy 1.35, man. Jay has been on to Bose for quite some time. You guys are late to the party. Man, that looks good. The bow is the most powerful one. Oh, Barry also play Hunter? Nice. Even can be used against the Buffalo. Cool. But can it be used against dangly bits? That's the real question. Arnav. Runway 04. Is there a VOR somewhere? Not sure. I don't see any. Final approach course is 46 degrees. Set that up. Oh man, that looks so good here. Mandatory altitude 2,400, that's fine. We have 4,000 at Tonyo. Is that put in? Okay, 4,000 Tonyo, 250 below. Yes, okay. And Boyer and VM Victor Mike 04 Alpha. So 3,000 and then 2,400. 3,000 and 2,400. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. That looks pretty accurate. Nice. Any VORs I have to take note of? Not really. Minimums 410. Come on, scroll a bit. It's so hard to scroll this one. Yeah, that's good enough. You know what they say when hunting? What do they say when hunting? It's three stooges go hunting. I think I would need anti-ice here. Couple of clouds passing through. Well, passing through a couple of clouds. Look at how beautiful that is, guys. How thick those clouds are. Super nice. Lovely. Now that looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Love it. Shoo. And we're not even done yet. Why do I have a feeling that's not a very good saying. Okay, I don't think there are any clouds anymore. It's actually some very high clouds, huh? To how high up do the clouds can clouds exist? So we're beyond 30,000 feet already, which reminds me, set back angle to 10 degrees. Okay, this is pretty cool, huh?
1,000 to go.
So good. Hey, Modest. It's a 737-800 by Zibo. There we go, cruising finally. Let's announce that to the passengers. Alright. Let's go and set up the descent as quick as that. Jack said Jay takes every weapon in his bag. So what did you reply? Did I miss the punchline? My bad. And you put the 738 in the stream description. No, that's not the one, Modest. It's 737 MAX 8 that is grounded. The 737-800 is perfectly fine. I did miss it. Dang it. My mind is too clean. Descent. 310. Let's put that. I guess it would make sense to forecast the higher winds. And strangely enough, higher winds occur the lower we get in this place. Not really sure if that's realistic. 113 at 6 knots. And 106 at 15. Right, then let's listen to the destination. ATIS.
Romeo, Papa, Victor, Mike, airport information, Sierra 0200, Zulu, weather, wind 052 at 8, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 1,900, 9,900, scattered, temperature 3, 1, dew point 2, 3, QNH 1011, advise on initial contact, you have information, Sierra 1011. Okay, gotcha. Romeo.
Oi, that's a bit of a delayed reaction when turning off. Looks good. 1 sec, guys. Be back in a sec. Just 1011. Set it up here as well. 1011. Okay, we're good. Alright. I'm back with you now. She's back again. She has a lower voice now. He takes every weapon in his bag. I still don't get it. Goodness. She needs to take less testosterone. My mind is too pure for that, Jay. Don't corrupt me. Or maybe when I stop flying, I'll get it. My brain is too preoccupied with all the stuff. Man, that looks good. Yeah, these clouds I really like, the ones at the top here. These ones are, well, everything is from Active Sky. But that one I particularly like. The ones at the bottom, not as much. Yeah, that one's my favorite so far. Okay, descent weather, ISA deviation, not really local QNH though. Yeah, looks good. Lighting. Did I just set this up? Starting our descent soon, ladies and gents. Courses are good. Landing performance calculation, let's do it. But before that, let's set up the altitude first, maybe, I don't know, 25,000. Are we passing through some clouds this high up? Not really. But man, that looks good, doesn't it? Even if you can't see anything below anymore, the clouds more than make up for it. We are going to pass through some clouds, so let me just stay safe here. Actually, I do have anti-ice turned on the entire time. Okay, that's safe. Let's do the landing performance calculation. 0.5 difference when we land, so let's reduce this by 0.5. There you go, 50.4. Now the thing is, when we land, it's going to be RPVM. This doesn't have any weather again, so we'll have to manually plug it in. Actually, this one has. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm going to trust that it's the same. Yeah, but it's mostly the same based on what we got from the ATIS. And I'm so lazy I didn't take note of it. That's fine. 30 degrees, flaps, VREF 130. Okay. VREF 130. Let's take that. And then I guess the runway actually... Auto brake 1 is more than enough. Even at auto brake 1 will be able to brake just more than halfway through the runway. Yeah, auto brake 1 should be good enough. There you go. And we are starting our descent. Perfectly on time. Yes. Yes, this one is using real-time weather. So I have an add-on. Actually, even the default ones have it, but I have an add-on which adds more like even more advanced weather. And this one synchronizes with the simulator. So what we're seeing right now is the actual weather here where we are, whereas somewhere in the middle of Legazpi and Cebu in the Philippines. If we zoom out, actually going to pass through some pretty nice islands here. The Philippines is composed of, when I was in school, this was the thing, and I'm not sure now anymore, 7,107 islands. But now I think they found some more, so I'm not so sure. 4,000. Let's just go down below, straight up. Bank angle can go back to 25 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Greedy. Who's greedy? You're enjoying the clouds now, not even looking at the pantry on the aircraft. What happened? Did someone steal from the pantry? Who stole? You saw the clouds refresh there for a bit? Yeah, that's one of the weaknesses of the X-plane weather. The clouds kind of go away and go back. But then the Active Sky team is trying to mitigate that. They're trying not to refresh as much if nothing changes. So even though the weather refreshes every 15 minutes, I think they kind of check if the clouds change in terms of the height, the variation, and if it doesn't, they don't refresh it anymore, just so we are spared from that refresh logic. I'm not familiar with these places. I've never been to these places. Yeah, for a Filipino, I have not explored the Philippines so much, which is a shame. Cebu, that's where we're going. Cebu. Yeah, that's the one. But we'll be looping around because, yeah, we're runway 04, so we're kind of looping around just a bit. Man, that looks so nice. RPG Island, FPS Island. One very strange island for Chuchel. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one we're looking for. 7,000 of those islands are used to store chase games. I think you're right. I think you're right, Alex. I forgot what the tagline of Philippine Airlines is. But the competitor, which I think, I'm not sure who is doing better now. There's a competitor airlines, a budget airlines called Cebu Pacific. And a lot of people complain with it because it's late, it cancels flights and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's much cheaper. So I think more people are riding with that more often. And the tagline for Cebu Pacific is the one I remember. It's time every Juan flies. And Juan is Juan. It's like the common name for the Filipino. You know how in the US you have like John Doe as the common name. In the Philippines it's Juan de la Cruz. Sounds very Spanish, you know. Go figure. But yes, it's time everyone flies. Very nice, very witty tagline. Oxen free, not as strange as Chuchel though. Chuchel still takes the cake. Huh. Just those flickering clouds are a bit off-putting, huh? Kind of makes you imagine that there's something wrong with it, like a thunderstorm or something, which shouldn't really be the case. But I think there are some parameters as well which can be altered for that. Must be like shadows or I don't know, maybe the draw distance. Yeah, I'll change the cloud textures for next time. We'll see how it goes, because these are actually the high quality clouds from Active Sky, and it's heavy on the performance supposedly. So maybe it's going to be easier when I pick the performance friendly ones, the ones from the mod, and it might look a lot more accurate as well. We'll see next time. Okay, let's go to program. We'll be arriving 12 past midnight, and the current Zulu time is 23:56. Yeah, I think we could set the fasten seatbelt signs already. Cake? Where? I'm glad I played Chuchel. I'm glad I had the experience. It was a very memorable one for sure. That looks so good. I like that. And yeah, now we definitely will need anti-ice because it's not super cold here, but still quite cold. 4 degrees. A very memorable one for sure. Yeah, you nailed it. So now we'll be passing through some clouds. This should be pretty nice. Man, love that. The transition, you can just barely see below past the clouds. So good. Just line my heading here. Were you there? Huh. Was he? Yeah, it was intense. You probably were there. Story to tell your kids. That intense, huh? Here we go. Passing through the blinky clouds. I wonder how you can get rid of those. Yes, the plane is in autopilot, so hands-free. But most planes usually are. Most airliners especially. Do we need drag? It says anti-ice on above 10 degrees. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess we don't really need anti-ice anymore. But let's just enjoy the view for a sec. It does seem like it's getting a bit more bumpy. That's also something that Active Sky tries to implement. More realistic turbulence and wind effects. More detailed than the default ones at least. Yeah, it looks like a shadow thing, doesn't it? Man. Oh, that is so good. Past the clouds. Just parting like that. Alright, let's turn off anti-ice. Yeah, it's getting pretty bumpy in the clouds, which is very realistic. Hey, Caso! Long time no see, man. How are you? How have you been doing? Landing time, yes. So around 1,000 feet or below before landing, we take back control of the plane and try to land on our own. Very nice mountains there. with a bit of quote-unquote snow. Fake snow. Looking good. Vertical path still okay. 5 a.m. can't sleep. I woke up today at 3:30. With Mrs. Clumsy's adjusted schedule, I'm adjusting as well, and I'm liking that I can actually wake up earlier. But it's sometimes I wake up too early now. It's getting too much sometimes. Let's go down to 2,400. Go back to altimeter settings. Local QNH. Was it 1011? 1010. I think it was 1011. Let's go and hear it again just to be sure.
Romeo, Papa, Victor, Mike, airport information, uniform 0200 Zulu, weather, wind 052 at 8, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 1,900, 9,900, scattered, temperature 3, dew point 2, 3, QNH 1011, advise on initial contact, you have information, uniform.
1011 indeed. And now she, I think, lost her testosterone.
Romeo.
Who's calling Romeo? Okay, we're good. Looking good now. Nice. Oh, that doesn't look half bad, does it? This is actually a lot more scenic. This is also what's nice when you don't have sim buddy. You get to focus more on the scenery, which is very cool. Checklists, please. I need help. Below 10,000 feet, landing lights, runway lights, terrain radar thingy. Looking good. And let's announce this thing. Get ready for landing, everybody. Get your bags ready. Oh, that looks good. So good. Minimums are set. Let's adjust runway heading to, well, heading to the runway heading. 046 degrees. Yeah, a plane can land itself. It has to be at least an ILS category 2, so there has to be some fancy equipment on the airport. The airport has to be qualified for it. So if the equipment is there, if the plane is equipped properly, I can do an auto land, and that's by hitting this command 2 here. So instead of just one command, just have it at 2, and it will enable auto land. But I've seen Flight Tech to Sim try that with a Zibo mode. With this plane that we're flying, it's still a bit buggy with auto land. It kind of pitches. Whoa, what happened? Kind of pitches uncontrollably. So the landing is a bit firm, to say the least. So not so advisable unless totally necessary, like zero visibility, or I don't know. When does the tower contact you? Well, we don't have air traffic control. There should be, but over these parts there isn't usually. So we're on our own. But normally we would have to get in touch with we should be in touch already all throughout the flight. We should be in touch with tower, I guess by now. Yeah, as soon as by the time we get on the initial approach fix, which is here in Boyer. Oh, that looks so nice. That looks really good there. Okay, I guess I can start setting up. Should I? Yeah, let's give it a bit of allowance. Before I turn, let me set flaps 5. There you go. Help us slow down a bit. Can Castle fly with a truck? I think you do already sometimes. Yeah, learning how to fly is so good. I really enjoy it. It takes a bit of time to learn, and as Jay says, you're always learning. Like, it's a constant thing. You never stop learning. But yeah, you get to a point where you can get off the ground and somehow make it back in one piece. Other traffic is not available as well, because in this area where we're flying in the Philippines, not as many people. In other areas like in the US and Europe, depending on the time, you have a lot of people flying. Here, mostly just 1 or 2 people. VREF is 130. Flying in the Clumsy MP trucking session. That's true, Kaso. Yeah, I still remember that one. 10 miles to go. How are we in terms of altitude? 2,400. Yeah, and now I guess we can actually get that one. Yes. And set altitude to minimums, which is around 500 feet. Drag required. No, that's fine. Yeah, I can lower the landing gear as soon as we straighten up here. We have a bit of time. Do I think I can fly a real plane? I guess I can understand some of the controls, but really flying it? Probably not, and legally for sure not, right? But yeah, I can relate to some of it now, and it really is very nice, a nice feeling. What is the plane doing now? So that's the ideal vertical profile we need to have, the magenta line. The white line is our current vertical profile. And right now, that's perfectly right on the money. Good. Looks like there's a bit of weird wind as well. Because I'm feeling the sway. The autopilot is just correcting it. Right. Landing gear down. Maybe a bit more drag will help. Might be a bit far, but better safe than sorry. 2,700. And descending. Look at that intense wind right there. What the heck is happening? We're just being thrown around here.
2,500.
Maybe because we're too light, I don't know. Okay, looks like we've captured the glide path. Missed approach altitude is 2,000. Direct 2,000. Then turn right to Jotem. Okay. Gotcha. There we go. That is set. Good. Set flaps 10. No one told me it's gusty. Let's hear the lady again.
Romeo, Papa, Victor, Mike, airport information, Victor 0200 Zulu, weather, wind 052 at 8, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 1,900, 9,900, scattered, temperature 3, 1, dew point 2, 3, QNH 1.
That seems a bit inaccurate. Yeah, because look at how gusty that is, how variable the winds are. Even the autopilot is having a hard time. Okay, slow down here. Set flaps 40. Taxi lights on. And now it should be up to us soon. Your phone fell on the ground, Rip. Most people won't buy XP in the Philippines or have internet bandwidth to stream.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch altitude set.
Yeah, there would be a limited number of hardcore enthusiasts. Let's see how we can do this. Wish me luck, guys. We'll need it. It's going to be a pretty rough landing. Okay. Alright, we're on our own. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go too low. Go too low. Don't go too high either. Dang it. Stop gusting. Stop changing directions.
Approaching minimums.
Too high. Too high.
400. Minimums.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
300.
Still high. Still high.
200.
But we have a lot of space on the runway, so we can avoid to give it a bit of space.
50. 40.
Oh, so high.
30. 20. 10.
There we go. I'll take that. Thank you. Not in the center at all, but I'll take it.
80 knots.
Reversers. And we are good to go. Confidence boosters, thank you. Let's go and exit here. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is actually perfect. Let's get rid of the checklist and do this my way. Flaps, lights. So hard to remove these guys. There you go. Strobes. Not you. There you go. Magandang landing. Nailed it, Alex. Nailed it. I guess it just depends which language you're using. I hope that's Filipino. If it's Hindi, maybe not so much, huh? Okay, let's set the APU. Start the APU. Make our way to the gate. Where is the gate? Somewhere on the right. Foxtrot 2 looks like. Should be a gate up ahead. Why is there no right turn here? Just glad I didn't say something dirty. You said it perfectly. Well, you typed it perfectly. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it. Turn off the weather radar. Turn off the terrain radar. Does anyone know if there is something bad that the weather radar does? Because they ask to turn it off whenever they run out of the runway. They turn out of the runway. And I'm thinking, does it have like lights in front which blinds people outside? So you have to turn it off or something? I have no clue. What plane is that? The engines are at the back. Look at that. Wow. 3 engines, one at the back. Is that like, I don't know, an MD-80? No idea. Hey, blah. You made it. Just after the landing. How are you? How should we face here, by the way? Where the heck is it? I think we should be facing the other side. Ah, okay, interesting. Interesting parking. Maybe we can park there instead. Well, we're here now. Just make a U-turn maybe. Yeah, let's just make a U-turn. You can probably walk over. let's go right next to that plane, whatever that is. Hindi ko gusto ito. Is that the power of Google Translate? That's actually right. That actually makes sense. I don't like it. Wow. Didn't know you guys could learn Tagalog while just flying with Clumsy Airlines. That's an additional nice perk. That looks good. That looks more aligned than the previous one at least. Let's go straight like so. And this should be right there maybe. Let's do it that, like that. Oh, look at that! Right on the end of the line. Love it. Okay, and now I can do all that fancy stuff for shutting down and everything, but I think we'd rather see the landing, right? Enjoying the rain today. Haven't been able to. Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you for joining now, and yeah, hopefully you're doing fine. Let's go and check the landing out. Oh, that's a bit too far. Oh, but those are some nice clouds, huh? Yeah. Still cannot get over them. Look how bumpy that is. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Very bumpy. You can see the houses there, the buildings. That's cool.
Romeo, Papa, Victor, Mike, airport information, Whiskey 0200, Zulu, weather, wind 052 at 8 visible.
Oh, because in the replay I think I put the frequency there. Oh, that's accurate. That's pretty smart. Okay, I think we can go to normal speed now. Yeah, and a bit high there. Look at the adjustment we need to make there. Oh my goodness. Here we are. We're not that high, I guess. In terms of landing, I think we didn't go that far out. Flare. Oh, that's actually pretty soft. That was much better than a while ago. So in terms of landing, ideally you land right there, here, with these two white thick lines. But then afterwards, these two broken lines, that's still also fine until that point. Here is a bit too much already. Yeah, so I guess we're a bit too high indeed. But that's fine. With that kind of wind, I'm happy that we were able to land in the first place. I'll take it. Just one more for my ego. And this is where I took that shot. I took this shot and I posted it in Discord, this kind of angle. But this one doesn't work because we're nowhere near the center line. It's not really beautiful. Phew! Like paper. I'll take it. Bro. Ah, got lucky. Thank you guys. And it's 11:10. I didn't even notice. Thank you for joining me on those two flights, and thank you for bearing with my busyness. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, okay? And keep your fingers crossed that we have Washington. I'm not really sure when they'll give it to me, but let's see. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for staying. Glad to see you again, Blah. Thanks a lot, Jay and Alex and Jack and Barry and Casso and whoever else is on the stream. Sorry if I forgot somebody. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Have a great night. And catch you tomorrow for some trucking. For a more chill stream. Hopefully I can pay more attention to you guys then. You have an old flight sim and your last landing and forgot to put down any landing gear. That's going to be pretty rough. Thank you. Enjoy. Caso, who are you fighting? Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.